Hey, it's Ty Screams, and I'm about to give you a recap of what happened on season 46, episode 12 of Survivor. The penultimate episode starts after the last tribal where Q claims that everything went perfectly. Ben fesses up to writing Kenzie's name, saying it was a slip of the brain, and Kenzie sees it as just being dumb. Maria pulls off on her own because she's upset by what Venus was saying at the last tribal, feeling like her character was called into question. Later that night, Ben wakes up having another panic attack and he's realizing the game is getting harder for him and his body. Kenzie wakes up with him and walks to calm him down, again showing the more human aspects of Survivor. It's the next morning and Liz finally pooped. It's only been 22 days. Charlie seems to be in a great position right now, putting himself in the middle of two choices, allowing him to be the decision maker for the next tribal. He's just got to stay laser focused. And now for a reward challenge where the castaways make their way through an obstacle course, collecting a bag with a ball in it, then maneuver the ball through a table maze. All of this in order to head to the sanctuary for some Chinese takeout. Charlie takes a huge lead at first, but then everything evens out and everyone makes it to the table maze. After many attempts and everyone literally dropping the ball, Charlie's able to secure the win. Jeff then announces that he's gonna make Charlie's choice even harder of who to take by saying that whoever goes to the sanctuary will also receive letters from home. Charlie first chooses Liz so that she can enjoy a reward. Then in a surprising twist, he chooses Kenzie with the reasoning being that he planned to take the people who didn't get to go on the pizza reward. Everyone is teary-eyed and Maria says that she was really looking forward to the letters. At the sanctuary, Liz is having a lot of feelings about finally getting to go on a reward. Charlie found it hard not to choose Maria, but he's trusting that they're going to be okay. They get their letters and they all have an emotional moment, each stating how their letter is going to be a driving force for them to stay in the game. Then they start to talk strategy and they say that they see Maria as a bigger threat than Q. At camp, Maria is very upset, talking about how it's killing her that she's not able to see those letters from home. She understands why Charlie didn't choose her, but she says that she would have given up anything to see those letters. Once Maria calms down, Q and her decide it's time to search for an idol. We see a montage of them checking every bush and tree, but then we see Q prod a stick into a tree and find a hidden immunity idol. He runs to Maria as a sign of trust, saying he would play it for her if he wins immunity or play it for himself if she wins. Q and Maria start to strategize some more, and Maria brings up voting out Charlie because of his incredible social game. Q agrees because it's not him. The sanctuary castaways return and Maria and Charlie break off onto the beach to clear the air. He apologizes and she understands. Then we see both in confessionals state that they don't think that the other would ever consider blindsiding themselves. Time for an immunity challenge where the castaways must climb a tower, leap into the ocean, race through some obstacles, and then finish out by completing a standing dolphin puzzle. Overall, it's a pretty even race up until the balance beam where Maria takes the lead and makes it to the puzzle first. She gets a strong start, but then starts to fall behind on the puzzle as others show up. Out of nowhere, Maria goes on a run, putting pieces together, causing a blowout and securing her third individual immunity win and second win in a row. Back at camp, Kenzie is finally ready to take down King Q, with both Ben and Charlie also seeing Q as the vote. Q talks with Maria about taking out Charlie, and Maria agrees he's the vote. Q then approaches Kenzie and Liz about Charlie, and they agree to his face, but then as soon as he leaves, they agree that Q is still the vote. Then, Kenzie and Liz tell Maria about Q wanting to vote Charlie, and she admits that she's actually in on voting Charlie. Maria then goes to Q, telling him that he's safe and that he may get a vote, but he'll be back at camp tomorrow. Tribal Council starts with general conversation about the reward and the immunity challenge, but then they start to talk about endgame and jury management, and Charlie starts to get visibly uncomfortable. Everyone pretty much agrees that alliances seem to be over, but Liz states that there only seem to be power couples left. It's time to vote, and when the opportunity arises to play an idol, Q stays seated. Jeff starts to read the votes, and it's 2 votes Charlie, and then 4 votes for Q, and he becomes the 6th person of the jury. Season 46 will forever be the season where no idols were played. That's 4 in a row. Does that mean that the idol mechanic is effectively broken? Or for the next few seasons, we'll just see everyone playing idols as soon as they have them? And the next episode is the finale. So who do you think is gonna win? Until then, be sure to like, subscribe, and tune in next week for another recap of Survivor.